Hello everyone, welcome to this deep stretch class. We're going to be stretching the entire body today, and you are going to need either a rolled up blanket or a pillow for a couple of poses. So we're going to start seated. So you might like to sit on your blanket or your pillow, resting your hands onto your knees or your thighs. Close the eyes. Take a breath in to sit a little taller. And take a big, refreshing sigh. Beautiful. Let's take two more like that. Wonderful. Blinking the eyes open, coming into a neck stretch. So dropping one ear to one shoulder. Tell both shoulders to relax. If you want a little bit more, just place your hand onto your head, not pulling at all, just weighting that stretch down slightly. Relaxing through the jaw, make some space between your back teeth. And then if you're using your hand, bring it more towards the back of the head, and then on that angle, let the chin drop down so you transfer the stretch in towards the back of the neck. Beautiful. Releasing the hand down. Slowly roll your chin to chest on the center, and then lifting the head, and we're going to do the opposite side. So dropping over, let this shoulder hang heavy, maybe using the hand just to weight it slightly. So with all of these deep stretches today, we're not forcing anything, we're just inviting a release in and just see what happens. Awesome. Bringing the hand towards the back of the head and then tipping the head down, stretching around about here. Wonderful. Release the hand down, slowly roll chin to chest. And then as you inhale, lift the head, reach the hands high overhead. And as you exhale, come over to one hand side. See if you can really stretch those fingertips away from your hip there, so you get a nice big side stretch. Awesome. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the opposite side. Nice big full breaths in today's class. Beautiful. Inhale, center. And then as you exhale, take your hands behind, come onto your fingertips and proudly lift your chest. Breathing right underneath your collarbones here. Awesome. From here, bringing the hands out in front, and we're going to find a deep squat position. So bringing the hands down, stepping onto the feet, and then sitting into that deep squat. Hands can stay on the floor if you need the support, and if your heels are lifted, don't worry, just keep encouraging the heels down. Doesn't matter too much if they get completely flat. Otherwise, just take a moment here to explore. Maybe it's a little side to side. You might be up a little bit higher. This is great for the hips, the lower back, ankles, feet. Awesome, good. From here, planting the hands down, step your right foot near your right hand and then send the left foot all the way back. If you need a little bit of padding for that knee, use your blanket. Okay, so sinking the hips forwards and then lifting the chest almost through the arms. If you'd like to take the stretch a little further, see how you go. You might come to one forearm, you might get to both forearms. Breathing down into those hips. Wonderful, slowly coming back up onto the hands. We're going to heel toe our right foot all the way over to the left and then come down onto the shin. So from here, we might need a little padding underneath that right bum cheek. Okay, let's take a breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, see if you can relax the shoulders. Wonderful. Let's take a little twist. So bring your left hand down and then bring your right hand behind you. Maybe you can grab for your thigh or your pillow or prop. Come into that twist. Awesome. Deep breath. Exhale, let's twist the opposite way. So the right hand comes down, left hand maybe reaches for the thigh. Twist, twist, twist with the chest. Awesome. Deep breath. Exhale, unwind, and then we're going to fold forward. So maybe we're just here. You might come to your forearms. You might even make a little pillow for your head with your hands and allow the hips to sink in towards the floor. Relax your fingers and your toes. And wherever you are, let your head be heavy, releasing through the neck. Good, let's slowly come back up onto our hands. Take your time. We're going to remove the prop from underneath that bum cheek. And then we're going to come into shoelace from here. So pressing into the hands, you're going to slide that back knee in behind your right knee and then sit down onto your bottom, like so. So don't worry if there's a little gap here, it's absolutely fine. So you want to think about your legs like a shoelace. So you're like tying that shoelace nice and tight. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, just begin to lean forward. You're going to feel a stretch in the outer hip here. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Jaw unclenched. Some of these poses today might be quite intense, so I want you to really extend the exhale, make it nice and long and smooth, and that's going to help calm your body and hopefully make it a little more easeful. Great, let's take a deep breath in. And a big sigh. Good, slowly coming up. And we're going to make our way back into our squat. So however you want to get there, if you just want to come through all fours or a seat. Otherwise you can plant your right foot down, plant your hands, step your left foot, and then come back into that squat. So this is going to be our kind of neutral place today. So have a little wriggle. If you need to wake up your feet, if you start to get a little bit pins and needles. And then we're going to do it all again on the other side. So hands down, step your right foot back, dropping that knee. Take a moment to lift the chest. And then as you exhale, sinking the hips forwards, collarbones nice and broad. Just getting used to this setup. And then if you'd like to come down a little further, maybe experiment one forearm, both. You can even have some blocks here if you're kind of in between the two. Notice where you're clenching anywhere in your body. Maybe that's in your outer hips, maybe in your glutes. See if you can just soften that whole area. Great, slowly coming back up onto your hands. And then let's heel toe the left foot all the way over to the right. So we're on that shin, maybe grabbing our little support underneath that bum cheek. Just take a moment to adjust. Nice big breath just to settle into it. And then coming into the twist. So let's plant the right hand down. And then reaching the left hand back. Maybe we can reach for our prop. Lower back, maybe onto that thigh. Good, one more breath. Exhale, unravel, so left hand down, other hand back, whatever you can grab a hold of, and then rotate. Good, one more breath. Exhale, unwind, and then we're going to fold. So take your time. If you want to stay on your hands for a bit, that's cool. Move nice and slow. And find some support for your head. Okay, pressing into your hands now to lift yourself back up. Removing that prop. And then sliding the back leg forward. Slide the knee underneath the front one. And then sitting the bottom down into your shoelace. You might end up looking in a different direction, that's okay. So taking a breath. And then as you exhale, leaning forwards, relaxing your belly onto your thighs here. You might not come forwards that much. That's okay, as long as we're feeling that stretch in the outer hip. A nice opening through this lower back area as well. See if you can keep that upper body nice and relaxed. Relax your fingers and toes. Okay, and then coming up, and we're going to find our squat here. So however you want to journey there, we'll all meet in that squat. And taking any little movements that feel good. Okay, so the next one is going to be a wide leg forward fold. I recommend that pretty much all of us use some sort of prop, rolled up blanket or a pillow. So you're going to sit your bottom down, take your legs out nice and wide, and then I want you to bring your hands onto your hips and find that forward roll of your pelvis. So these hip bones, see if you can have them pointing slightly down, forwards and down. So rather than back and pointing up to the ceiling. So it's like little tilt. Nice, take your legs out wide, that is feeling the stretch but not unbearable. Relax your feet, take a nice big breath. And then as you exhale, continue your journey forward. So some of us might be here, you might be on the forearms, you might be able to pancake all the way onto the floor. But don't force it. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. If the sensations ever get too strong, you're like, oh, this could be injurious, please do back off and just take it back a notch today. You can even let your head be heavy in this one. And if you find that you're maybe being a little unkind to yourself, maybe forcing a bit too much of a stretch, grabbing across the floor, turn your palms up, relax your fingers, give your toes a little wriggle out, keep it all nice and soft. Definitely want to be kind to ourselves when we're coming into these deep stretches. No forcing, no bullying. Nicely done. Let's take a deep breath in together. And a sigh. Cool. Slowly coming back up. Take your time. You might want to use your hands to move your legs closer together. We're going to stay on the prop. So moving your legs close together. Let's bring the legs about hip width. Again, just check in that we're not rolling back on our pelvis. You want to keep that forward tilt. This time, flex your feet back towards you. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, begin to forward fold. So you might have your hands on your knees, gently encouraging yourself forwards, feeling that lovely stretch in the back of the legs. And you might be able to touch your toes. Try not to overreach for your toes. If it's too much of a reach, just come back a little. Nice big refreshing breaths in. And maybe the exhales just encourage a slightly deeper fold. Good, let's take one more breath here. And then slowly coming back up, bending into the knees. You're going to move the prop away just for a second. We are going to use it for the next one. We're going to come onto our back. Now you can either grab an extra pillow, maybe a block or a bolster if you have one. We're going to do a supported back bend. So I've got quite a low prop, so it's not going to be much of a back bend for me today. So you're going to bring the prop underneath your sacrum. So just that flat part of your lower back. And then from here, maybe we lengthen out one leg, see how that feels. And you might lengthen out the other leg and you're just getting a nice supported back bend here. Allow your lower back to soften. You can close your eyes if you wish. So the higher you build your prop, the more intense the back bend. Wonderful. One more deep breath in, right down to your toes. And a sigh. Wonderful. Slowly, slowly walking your feet back towards you, lifting up the hips. Remove the props and then bring yourself back to earth. Great. Great. From here, take a little swipe of the knees. Awesome. From here, we're going to cross our right leg all the way over the left, so just proper crossed legs so the thighs are touching. Bring the knees into the chest, and then we're going to go for a little twist, so taking the arms out into a cactus shape or a T shape. You're going to allow your knees to drop over to the left. Allow your right shoulder to drop back towards the floor. Good, slowly come back through center. Uncross the legs and then cross them the other way. So this time your left leg is on top of your right, and then allowing the legs to drop over to the right. And left shoulder drops back. Let your legs be really heavy. Wonderful. Inhale, come back through center, uncross the legs. Now if you'd like to lie back, maybe put on one of my guided meditations or relaxations. That could be a lovely way to end the class. Otherwise, come meet me in a seat. Same position that we began in. Resting your hands onto your knees or your thighs. Close your eyes. Take a full breath in. And a big sigh. And just take this moment to acknowledge how you feel now. And bringing the hands together at heart center, bow your head down towards yourself. Really thank yourself for carving out the time today to look after not just your body, but your mind as well. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for this class today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give a little thumbs up. We also now have a super thanks button, and we're so grateful for anyone who uses that button. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you on the next one.